Liz says hi.
Tell Liz I say hi right back to her.
I think she heard you.
No, wait.
Okay. Stepto says hi right back to you.
Are we still online or what?
We're broadcasting again.
Oh, we're back again?
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be good. I
I
think.
have to mute, but it's not up on my screen yet.
Okay.
Oh, it appears to be coming back on Pika's computer.
Takes a
Maybe.
moment to
Let's see.
refresh.
It's not showing the down message anymore.
Yeah, I got black.
Okay.
There.
Oh, there it is.
No.
Video again. Woo!
Yeah.
It's normal video.
Yeah.
What do you have? Do you have? Wait.
All right, are we stuttery?
Oh.
All right. So you were
We
saying.
appear to be fixed.
Actually, what was I saying? Oh, Vulcan. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
So,
just to fill people in, the software that you used for moderating at Xbox Live was called what? What? Oh no, I'm eating this. Was called Vulcan because it was the god of hindering or enabling fire.
Yes. So it had nothing to do with Star Trek.
Yeah.
So I went to watch the Star Trek reboot in 2009 with a friend of mine, and like all good people should, I turned off my cell phone during the course of the movie. And as I came out of the movie, I turned on my cell phone to find out that Vulcan had gone offline for some other reason. And I said out loud, not quite paying attention to sort of what we had just watched in the movie and what I was about to say, I said, wow, Vulcan's not available anymore.
And the nerds in the room erupt with laughter.
That's one way to put it. She said I was talking about the movie, and I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But
Yeah.
Statute of limitations.
Available for what? Like vacations? What are you talking about, Stepto? Yeah.
wait, what? Didn't we have this discussion at some point about what's the statute of limitations for spoilers?
I think so. Yeah.
What is opinion?
It's a couple years, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it
2009.
varies. You got to be careful because there was that time when remember when Bill accidentally spoiled
Right. Serenity.
for you
Like a
years
week
and
after
years and
I had
years and years
already
after it was
spoiled
out.
Serenity for him.
Yeah.
like
But
I can't.
so
And the
if
thing
you
is,
know
fault, though,
somebody
right?
hasn't seen something or you don't know if they've seen it, you got to be careful.
I'm inclined to say the statute of limitations should be a minimum of 5 years. So we're not
I was
actually
gonna say
outside
about 5 or
statute
7.
period for Star Trek yet.
I'm not a. Yeah, I don't disagree necessarily with 5 years. I think it's very contextual, like you guys just said. If you know someone hasn't seen it, you shouldn't spoil it.
Well, that's just being a dick.
Right. I mean, that's not cool. If it's something that is so widely, for me, it's like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, if they didn't get around to seeing it, and they say, "Well, I didn't get around to seeing it," you shouldn't spoil it for them. But if you just blurt something out, and they go, "I cannot believe you just spoiled that movie for me," and you're like, "It's 3 years old."
Casablanca came out in the 50s,
You
man.
kind of have to assess where they're at with what kinds of stuff they see and whether it's mainstream and everybody saw it or not and things like.
Well, I don't have a
Serenity, that's a major
spreadsheet.
spoiler if you ruin that for somebody, you know.
Yeah, I don't have a spreadsheet of what you've seen and haven't seen.
Well, why not, Stepto? Come on.
Remind me to tell you.
I'm really bad at Excel. I would end up spoiling it anyway because I'm bad with spreadsheets.
Next time we see each other in person, remind me to tell you the story of how I had Serenity spoiled for me.
It's
Because
very funny.
I do not want to risk telling it on the chat.
Thereby
You know,
spoiling it for somebody
Serenity?
else.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like 2006?
I still feel
But-
that I would get lynched if I spoiled certain things.
It's true.
It was brutal for him. He doesn't want to do it to anybody else. You never know
Wow.
who hasn't seen it.
Let's just say that Joss Whedon is the original George R.R. Martin
Yeah.
when it comes to killing characters.
No kidding. So hey, we have an ongoing challenge this year. You might remember last year there was the $5 facts, where we collected a random fact from each of our guests. This year, the same challenger has stepped it up to $6 secrets.
Wow.
So we're looking for a secret. It does not have to be a personal secret necessarily, but something that is not widely known.
I see. And so I'm going to tell this secret?
Yes,
To the internet.
we are collecting them.
I'm going to tell this secret to the internet. Okay. Let me see. This is probably gonna seem like a fairly obvious secret in sort of retrospect when you think about it.
Okay.
But during the design of avatars for the Xbox 360,
Okay.
we were really excited about the concept of being able to dress them, being able to have different hairstyles, being able to make these avatars a lot more unique than perhaps had been done with previous console systems like Mii on the Nintendo Wii and stuff like that. Now, my team was brought in to kind of examine some of the things that one could create. And we found that the team that was creating the avatar assets was doing what a creative team should do. They were creating a bunch of variety, a bunch of fun things, a bunch of things that they thought would be really, really awesome. And they had created inadvertently sort of three things that in combination turned out to be bad when used together.
I think I see where this is going.
They had created a tan sort of military-looking shirt. They had created sort of a, what's the right way to put this? A very close cropped comb-over hairstyle, a little bit like Mo from the Three Stooges, but kind of curved to the side. And the piece de resistance was the Charlie Chaplin mustache.
Yeah.
Okay.
And within seconds, we were able to create a very realistic-looking Hitler. They also created like a flowing white gown, and as a hairstyle, they had the cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
And we were able to create a very quick Princess Leia. Not that that's bad, but that no one had thought about. Gosh, has anyone talked to the people over at Lucasfilm, for instance? And so certain things had to be removed from the initial Avatar offerings to, again, all done in good faith, sort of make sure that certain people couldn't create things that might be seriously objectionable. And to their credit, they were floored. I mean, as soon as we created the Hitler, they were like, oh my God, we had no idea. How did you even think of to do that? And it was like, that's what you pay us for. So that's my $6 secret about the development of Xbox 360 avatars, is we had to pull some things out.
That seems prudent, considering I'm pretty sure that in the Mii creator you could arrange people's facial features such that someone's face just looked like a picture of a penis.
Yeah.
It's like one of the noses, and then the certain eyes, and then different eyebrows just look like.
Yeah, people are amazingly creative with that.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
To build on that $6 secret, we had the same problem when we introduced the feature of being able to take a snapshot of your avatar to use as your gamer picture.
Oh yeah.
Because, for instance, you could frame the camera and crop the photo. And if one went for a particular hairstyle and a particular shaped head, you could achieve the same effect that you were just discussing. So we had to have that adjusted as well.
I'm a
That's
little
awesome.
surprised that it didn't occur to them creating the Charlie
The Chaplin mustache.
Yeah, that's what was
Yeah.
gonna happen.
You have to
That
remember
seems obvious.
I know, right? It seems obvious, but when you actually think about when they're creating those assets, and here's a sort of an insight into what's going on. You have a lot of people that are creating that stuff, and some of them are going for a certain theme. So when they created the Charlie Chaplin mustache, it was alongside sort of a black and white looking sort of skin tone, a bowler hat, an avatar asset like a cane, and then maybe an old style 1920s suit. And meanwhile, a whole nother team is creating a whole bunch of shirts, and they create this militaristic tan looking shirt. And then a whole nother team creates a whole bunch of different generic hairstyles. So it wasn't like, and that's one of the things that my team brought to the equation, was sort of being able to take all those disparate elements that people had created and try to figure out how they could be misused. We also did the same thing, by the way, for harmonics when they introduced the character creator and tattoo implementations that they did in Rock Band, in Rock Band 2, and in Rock Band 3, and just kind of showed them, hey, if you provide certain tools, they could be misused.
You're just this is why we can't have nice things, guys.
This is why we can't have nice things.
You should get T-shirts. Give me your staff shirts.
Right.
So I think we want to move on to your live